This summer, we began asking readers to submit their most pressing business-related questions about Los Angeles and California. Then we put the questions to a vote, allowing readers to decide which question we would answer in story form. Our latest winner was submitted by Francesca Muller, who asked, "How did the oil industry play a role in attracting people to Los Angeles at the turn of the 20th century? Imagine Los Angeles in the 1920s. What do you see?" Many people conjure visions of the fledgling film industry, populated with actors such as Charles Chaplin and Greta Garbo and Hollywood hopefuls arriving in droves. Although the movie business certainly played a role in Los Angeles' development during the 20th century, the oil industry also spurred the growth of what is now the second largest city in the United States. Oil, motion pictures and real estate were like the trifecta of forces that were attracting them. Oil was kind of right up there with the glamour of Hollywood. Edward Doheny wasn't the first to find oil in the Golden State. But his 1892 oil strike in Los Angeles set in motion a spurt of economic and population growth, alongside pollution and environmental devastation. It would take roughly a quarter of a century for the oil boom to reach a fever pitch. A lot of the people came to Los Angeles during the big boom. From 1917 to 1925, San Diego State history professor Sarah Ilkine said, "When there was this enormous series of large, oil, strikes in the LA Bossy. It was a bit of a gold rush, and news traveled," Ilkine said, with newspaper coverage of the strikes reaching job seekers across the country. "People heard about these, like huge oil strikes out here and were motivated to come out to try to strike it rich," Nicolaides said. "It's almost like a parallel Hollywood story because you have plenty of people coming out to become stars." Many oil industry workers in Oklahoma and Texas made the journey west, joining others migrating from other parts of California and farther-flung states. They followed the oil, Ilkine said. Between 1920 and 1930, the population of Los Angeles more than doubled from less than 600,000 to more than 1.2 million. Oil was an important factor beyond the petroleum itself. The oil industry triggered a series of industrial developments in California, which drove growth right through the 1950s, Ilkine said. The oil industry needed pumps, they needed pipes, they needed tanks, they needed drilling rigs, they needed trucks. All of those secondary industries started off in Los Angeles in the 1910s, and then became the basis of the Los Angeles industrial economy.